Welcome into Tuesday, everyone. I am glad that you are here with us. Hopefully, this will be a good article, a little bit helpful for you as well, especially as we're going into the summertime when kids may be trying some new things and they are practicing some of the things that they like to do during seasonal sports, or even if it's an ongoing sport. A lot of times they consider the summertime not quite as intense as the school year. What we're talking about today is the benefit of private lessons. And it could be private lessons for anything. It could be for a sport activity such as football, martial arts, dance, tumbling, cheer. It could be for any of those kinds of things. It could be baton. It could be marching band. It could be the color guard with the marching bands. It could be anything. It could also be academic related. So it could be tutoring, even during the school year, although we're going into summer. It could be getting ready for school. It could be tutoring during the school year, just as an additional help for school if your child struggles in any particular thing in school. Excuse me, my allergies. And it could be academically related. Maybe your child is in the science club or the math club or the history club, or they really like a particular topic and you want to get them help so that they can learn additional information about it and really excel in that particular topic. So as parents, we do want our kids to be top-notch. We want them to be a better version of themselves today than they were yesterday. And in class, a lot of times, in any sort of class situation or class setting, it's harder sometimes to pick up if it's something that you're studying, if it's a technique, if it's a drill, if it's anything. It can be harder sometimes in the class situation to pick it up and feel like you're doing it really well and feel confident about it, because there are other students that the teachers or coaches or instructors or whoever is having to deal with and help teach as well. It can just make it a little bit harder. So in private lessons, it's a one-on-one setting, and it gives your coach or instructor or teacher an opportunity to see what it is that the child is really struggling with, what part of it is giving the child the most difficulty, and really hone in on that particular technique or topic to help the child, because then they can look at the physical part, the frustrating part, the social part, the emotional part. They can look at it as the whole child overall and just try to help them get better at that particular area. So what is that going to do for your child? How is that going to really help your child at all? Well, number one, it's just going to help with the progress. Again, with the one-on-one, the child has an opportunity to learn at their own pace. Each person learns differently. And again, when you're in a class setting, you have to use sort of group techniques, group teaching techniques, to get the class going and keep it going and keep everybody motivated in a classroom setting. However, if you're doing a private lesson, it's one-on-one. If there's a little bit different of a technique that is better to help your child, that technique can be utilized for the entire lesson time and give the child an opportunity to learn more quickly, a little bit less quickly than is taught in class, and give them an opportunity to practice over and over. And in a class setting, a lot of times as instructors and coaches, you don't want to just really pick apart a student. So you want to make a couple of corrections and then move on so that the child leaves that class feeling like they have accomplished something. Well, when it's a private lesson and it's one-on-one, the student doesn't feel like everybody's sitting around looking. Everybody knows I'm doing this part wrong. So you can actually make more corrections and get them corrected more quickly and in a more efficient sense if it's one-on-one as well. So that really helps the child a lot. When they have that feeling of that accomplishment and they know they are doing so much better in the technique where they were a little bit weaker and they're back in class, they have a lot more confidence in class. So it opens them up to being a a little bit more participatory in class sometimes, taking on more of a leadership role in class sometimes, because they have the increased confidence in the fact that they can do it. And they are then going to get even more out of those group classes that they're taking. It will also help set the child up for a more positive experience and probably a better outcome for if they're doing any testing, if they have tryouts for the particular sport, if they're having a test coming up on a particular subject, if a promotion is going to be given to any particular students, be it sport or academic. It's going to help them feel more confident about it. Again, whoever their coach or teacher is going to be able to really hone in on whatever's coming up. Let the child know exactly what is expected of them to lessen the nerves and the anxiety. And then they can also hone in on the techniques or the academic information that they would need to know for the testing or promotion or whatever it happens to be that's coming up. So the child then is even going to walk into that with more confidence. The more confident they have, the better they're going to do overall, all the way around, in class, on the test, the promotion, whatever it may be that they're doing, or the tryouts. They're more likely to have a great, awesome tryout, a great, awesome test than something that is a little bit more on the average scale. A lot of times as parents, our first thought is, they're only offering private lessons because they're just trying to make more money. They really want to nickel and dime me to death. I can't say anything for all businesses, but I can say overall that a lot of times that's not really the reason that the private lessons are offered. They are offered for the students who either are just really into that particular area and they really want to excel and they want the opportunity to learn even more information and be even better at it, and or for the students who are really struggling in a particular area, because then it allows the student and the instructor to spend some individual quality time together to help the student with that particular area. So keep that in mind as well as you're taking your child to different activities that they may want to do. If it's really one that your child enjoys, consider getting your child some private lessons with that. And if it's an academic situation, consider trying to contact maybe a local school or college or something like that to see if you can find them a tutor or somebody that is an expert in that particular area that may be able to help your child excel in that area as well. Please continue to tune in with us on Tuesdays. If there are any particular topics that you would like to have addressed or that you have questions about, please feel free to comment below or find the written article that we posted today, and you can comment on that as well. Or you can give us a quick call, text, or email. You can call or text 336-270-6825, or you can email at skills, SKILLZ, the number 4, kids, KIDZ, @outlook.com. Please have a great rest of your week.